Hey everybody, this is Dr. Lakeisha J. Cole of thefaithoutcome.com, and today is a beautiful sunny day. I am walking and doing a little running, of course. I can't help myself. But today is a beautiful day, and I was just thinking about how important it is to love yourself. Now, of course, everybody hears about that topic. It's become a lot more popular and a point of focus than maybe in the past, but it is extremely important. And one thing I want to lead with, a theme, is don't beg anybody to love you. If someone is not interested in you in any shape, form, or fashion, do not worry about it. Are far too important and special to beg someone to be in your life who doesn't want to be there. Like, one thing that I definitely know that has taken over is pettiness. Okay, we have a lot of pettiness going on in the world. It's celebrated, it's appreciated. Bullying is celebrated and appreciated way more than it should be, meaning that when nothing is done about it and people are allowed to do it, and then you just turn and say, well, hey, that's just the way it is. No. Mistreatment is your responsibility if you deal with it. And how you deal with it, how you manage it in your life is what is important. And I have learned the hard way, honey, for myself, what it is to realize that you can't make people love you. Just because you want to be nice and friendly and caring doesn't mean that somebody else is. Love yourself, appreciate yourself, and go with that. You are the prize, and it's your responsibility to make yourself the prize and to keep yourself in prize standing. You cannot get upset if people don't want to treat you right. You cannot get upset if people don't do for you what you do for them. No, don't allow that to make you petty. Just let that go. Let that relationship go and let it be what it is on its own. If someone doesn't love you and care for you enough, if they can't tell you they love you, if they're petty, if, they just act like they're not interested anymore, then fine. Go on with your life. Do what you want to do. And no matter how you feel, it could put tears in your eyes. Trust me when I say you cannot have a good life, a happy life, being with somebody who does not love you, does not appreciate you, does not want you. They're not going to treat you right. And you're worth more than that. And if you cannot see it for yourself so that you can do something new for yourself to feel better about yourself and your life, then that's on you. And sometimes this is one of those harsh conversations because people don't want to believe that, oh, I've been in this relationship for this long and now it's just like I'm not important to the person. Well, then, bye. Like, it doesn't matter how long you've been with somebody. Of course, you shouldn't want to throw that all away. But if somebody has changed in their feelings about you and they're no longer able or capable or willing to treat you with respect and love you the way that you believe you deserve to be loved, then why be in a relationship and be miserable? Like, don't. It's so much more out there to see, and it's not about another person. Oh, being right up inside another relationship immediately. No, it's about just growing within yourself. If people spend as much time on themselves, improving themselves, as they spend gossiping or just trying to make somebody else's life miserable, then, you have it going on. You be living your dreams, okay? Because it takes time and energy, and the time and energy that you give away to people who could care less about you it's just a waste of your time, and you shouldn't do it. But it's a free world. You can do what you want to do. But I advise to just love yourself and appreciate yourself. You are special and important enough. And sometimes I get it. I don't want to come off so hard like I don't know what it is to have your feelings hurt, because I do. And I know what it is to feel like, oh, relationships that you valued and thought were so important, to find out that people didn't really feel that way about you. And it's like, oh, okay. I don't know what it is about me, but I just always felt like I've always felt like I'm important enough to where if somebody doesn't want to be in my life, then they don't have to be. Like, whatever I need, whatever I have to do, then it'll be a way made. If it was something that you were doing in my life and you decided to exit out because, I'm not it for you anymore, then go on, because something will work out. I just believe that, first of all, it is my spirituality that I believe that what we need comes from God. That's what I believe. And when other people are the representative that God uses to do things for you, sometimes you can get so accustomed to thinking that they're doing it for you. They're your God. They're doing it for you. They're making it happen. If they're not in your life, it's not going to happen. No. They were being used by God. And if they're no longer available, and especially if they're not willing to be available, they don't want to be available, then guess what? God will use somebody else, or God will upgrade your life, propel you forward so that you can do it. That's what it's about. You are the prize, and you are special, you are important, and God is taking care of you. So don't let anybody threaten you or make you feel like, oh, they're going to pull out and pull this away from you and that. Go on and do it. Oh, you sound tough, you sound bad. No, I just sound like I appreciate loving myself. And not allowing somebody else to treat me like they're my God. And, it's a choice. I mean, again, it's a choice. If you are the type of person who wants to allow somebody to mistreat you so that you can obtain things or keep your status, then just know that that's your choice. Okay? That's your choice. And if that's your choice and you're willing to do it and you want to do it, then there's nothing wrong with that. If you can live with it, then hey, that's all that's important. But if you're not that type of person and you believe that, hey, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to make it tomorrow. I don't know what way God is going to make for me. But I know that it is not God's desire for me to stay in a relationship with anybody, any organization, any group or anything, and be mistreated to the point where my soul is aching every day. Like you're going to work and your stomach is in knots. You're in a relationship and you're doing nothing but crying every day. Being mad, arguing, using all of your energy to be negative, trying to defend yourself against your partner, stuff like that. I don't know what your relationship is that needs to be worked on or needs to be addressed in your life. I don't know what that thing is. I don't know who that person is or that group is. But what I do know is it is your responsibility to do something about it. First, you need to be able to recognize it. And then you need to be able to look around you and your environment and adjust it to the point where you can have the strength to do what you need to do. And know that your strength is there. Everything that you need is there. It's there for you. It's waiting for you. But you have to be in a position where you understand and acknowledge it. It's not about material things. It's not about status and all of this. It's about your well-being. And sometimes people put their well-being on hold or to the back just to allow others to make you feel like you're inadequate, insufficient, inefficient. Just no. We say no to a whole lot of stuff, except for, you know what? No, I'm not going to allow myself to be treated this way. I'm not going to allow myself to deal with or tolerate people and individuals who don't want anything to do with me. If you don't, then you're not for me and I'm not for you. And it's good for you, because the truth is I may not be it for you. It's not just saying that, oh, I'm the only one who's special in this. No, maybe I'm not it for you. And if you can do better and get better, then you do that. Do that. Enjoy your life and get the best that's for you. We all deserve to get what's best for us. And to the point of mistreatment, that's just where I draw the line. And I tell you, when I say I have remedies for stuff like that, I don't care what it looks like. I do not accept people mistreating me. I always have a way. I always have a remedy to deal with it that allows me to feel good about myself, to feel comfortable with what's going on. I always do. And it's always, almost always, if not, something that I just keep to myself. I don't have to deal with anybody who doesn't want to deal with me. And I'm not going to be ugly about it either, unless you're ugly acting to me, which I don't really have that too much, the more personal your relationships are, of course, people know that it gets more intense. But usually, honestly, I do. I have people to my face anyway treat me decent. And it's about the type of energy that you release. Lord have mercy. Within yourself. And all I know is it's just so important to love yourself, and it's important to care about yourself and your well-being, your health, your stress levels. People, they just give too much credit to folks who are tolerating you, and you're better than that. You're worth it. You're worth more than that. And we don't live in a perfect world. I say it all the time. But if people don't want to be around you, and they don't want to affiliate with you, and they don't want to this and that, then you know what? I'm not saying that it won't hurt, because if you're a loving person, if you're a caring person, then of course, you were built to care enough. That's what makes you a nurturing person and a good person that you are, because there has to be some type of feeling inside of you that alarms when you need to do those special things that you do, that only you can. So it's understandable. I'm not saying, nothing in my message is saying not to care, but don't allow it to keep you from loving yourself or putting yourself in a position to be successful, because it's just too much out here that was designed for you to be in an environment of love and care. And we all have to go through things, and sometimes the things that we experience at an age or a place of independence, there are dependents rather, there are people who have been in dependent situations, like children and those who are disabled, where you depend on the goodness of people to care for you and to help you, and sometimes there's just evil in them waiting to be mistreating and tolerating and everything else. And in those times, it's just one of those things where we can all say, you know, at some place along our journey, we're going to be treated in a way that may seem beyond our control. And in those times, you just have to trust God and believe that God will not only protect you and see you through, but that whatever you learn from that, it will be there to make your life and the world a better place. And it's just important to not give up on yourself, because I'm telling you, like, things and people will come. I say it all the time. Like, you can be having a fantastic day, and then you just come upon an evil spirit that just wants you to have your whole day ruined because of how they're acting. Oh, they acting ugly towards you, or they're acting petty about something ridiculous, and they want your attention for that. No. Again, N-O. Like, just let them deal with that, because a lot of times people are trying to make other people happy who are miserable with themselves, and you can't. If you're a miserable person, you always got an attitude, it's always something wrong with you all the time, then be by yourself. I mean, really, I'm a person, I enjoy time to myself, because I just don't have time for all this negativity. And it's so much, in my opinion, it's so embraced in 2025, 2024, 2023. The past nearly 10 years, it's been so embraced. Like, pettiness and bullying and ridiculousness and gossiping and, you know, writing things on social networks that make people feel bad or try to attempt to make them feel bad about themselves. Like, it just done got out of control, in my opinion. And for me, really, since about 2017, I have to look at it now. Like, it was one of the best things I ever experienced in my life, because it completely turned my life around in the direction that I needed to be turned around. It didn't make me worse, it made me better. You know, really, it got me out of that, you know, naiveness that I have, that, oh, the world is good and everybody's so nice, they want to be nice. No, they don't. People come from different environments, people experience different things, and how they treat people is not always intended to be good. And you may be a completely, totally different person. You know, you weren't raised in such an environment, or you were raised in such an environment and you chose to learn from that and do better with yourself, and now you don't surround yourself around things that you once felt like you had to be forced to be around. And I really could care less who thinks these messages are not for you. If they're not for you, then great. You know, you're able to recognize that this is not what you need and move on. But there are a lot of people who are still out here hurting themselves because they believe and think that people don't care about them and they don't know what to do about it. And, you know, you can you can have a great life, you know. And it's okay that everybody's not gonna like you, people are not gonna love you, and you can still make it. It doesn't mean that it's gonna feel great, but you can still make it. You can still make it, and you can still create a good and positive environment for yourself, no matter what. And really, the miserable people, they'll just find somebody else that they can play on. That's all that's gonna happen. Once they realize that, oh, okay, I can't fool her no more, I can't fool him, I can't use this, then they'll just go find somebody else to use. But you you just focus on loving yourself and doing what's best for you, and surrounding yourself with a positive environment. You're smarter than you give yourself credit for. You don't have to be around people who are just so negative. And if they're drawing and your energy and your spirits down, you don't even have to deal with it. Like, just let that be what it is and enjoy your life. I'm at a point where I don't even argue with folks. I don't even argue with people. Like, I'm not going back and forth with nobody, especially not a negative person. Like, you're not going to get me to go back and forth with you. You can talk about me all day long. You can be negative, hate your life all you want. Fine. But I'm not going to sit around and waste my time arguing with somebody who, every time I turn around, you want to argue. You want to argue. You want to be negative. You negative with everybody except for people who don't matter. You kiss up to them, and they not even doing nothing for you. Like, whatever. I'm just saying. I'm putting out this kind of energy because there are too many good people out there who are beating themselves up mentally and emotionally because somebody else doesn't appreciate you and what you bring to the table of life, and they don't have any intentions of being good to you, and you're worth more than that, and I hope you see it. For some people it takes growth in that area because some people don't know that they're valuable and they don't know how to love themselves. But it's videos like this that are just a small part of your life that can serve as a guide to help you just maneuver in a different direction, move a little bit to the left, and be able to do something about it. So I hope everyone has a great week. Just think positive, and when challenges come your way and you're faced with them, just take some time and get to yourself and just really think about it. Think about what your role is at this time of your life. Don't even think about the negative, about what other people are doing and what happened, and just putting so much emphasis on that. No, stop and look at, okay, what does this mean for me? What do I need to be doing right now? What's my next step? Do I need to be moving away from this environment? Do I need to get a new job? Do I need to relocate? Do I need to get around different people? What? Like, ask yourself. Stop looking at people and ask yourself what you need to do. So for those of you who are not aware, I released my new book, Complete Chaos in Your Purpose, Calling Yourself Out, by Dr. Lakeisha Cole. And you should take a look at it at exlibrisbookstore.com. Also, it will be showing available at other vendors maybe within the next week or so, since it's a new release. But please, by all means, get a look at it. If you are the type of person who is looking for your next steps, your next level, your new direction in life, then it is for you. This is about calling yourself out on your stuff. What do you need to do? Not worrying about what other people are doing, what they're doing to you, what they've done to you. you know, the negatives that are going to be. No, this is about looking at yourself and improving your life and creating a space for you to do better, to be better, to have better, by looking at what you need to change about you. This is Dr. Lakeisha J. Cole. Have a fabulous, fantastic week. And just remember, think and focus on